All right, all right. Good to see everyone. Positive energy all the time. We are here. Yes, indeed. Let's get it going. I'm a little late. Do a live. They trying to run me up and down the street. I didn't get a chance to change clothes, but I guess this will work. You can tell I just came from outside. I told him, man, I got stuff to do. I can't hang out. But it was nice seeing everybody. Everybody at the bar. What's going on? I know y'all got me on the big TV. Y'all can watch me for 30 minutes, then turn me off, turn the music on. People want to hear some music. They can watch me when they get home. That's to everybody at the bar. I ain't going to say what bar. Y'all ain't got to worry. I ain't going to blow up the spot. Good to see all you brothers. Good to see all you beautiful ladies. It's looking really good tonight. Sorry I could only hop in and hop out for a minute, but it's all love. If I was at the bar with y'all still, because I haven't been drinking, because I've been working out, I would probably, what would I drink? Oh, I ain't had a drink in so long. I would drink some Grey Goose and cranberry juice. So, ladies, drink one Grey Goose and cranberry juice for me, since I'm not able to enjoy the festivities tonight. I ain't able to enjoy the festivities, ladies, so knock down a Grey Goose and cranberry juice for me. And y'all don't get drunk, and make sure you don't drink and drive. Be safe out there, you know what I'm saying? Ladies, you were looking fantastic, trying to get a brother in trouble. So good to see everybody here on YouTube and all the streaming platforms where I'm at. Shout out to all my people. I'm representing Chicago. Everybody on Facebook, what up? Everybody on Twitch, everybody on Kick, and everybody on YouTube, and my other Facebook account. Both Facebook accounts. Shout out to both Facebook accounts. Good to see you all. Positive energy all the time. Everybody over here on YouTube, rep your city. We got Brinkston in the building. We got San Jose in the building. We got Buffalo in the building. So rep your city, and so I could give you a shout out. That's the new thing. Okay, that's great. That's great. St. Marquis, beautiful. So yeah, I'm here. Was out running around on the town a little bit. I only got just a minute because I just finished the live not too long ago. Good thing, like the spot is close. We got Philly in the building. Tonight I'm going to talk about my disappointment with the brothers on the internet. They disappointing. I'm watching everything, and I'm watching these brothers on the internet arguing. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the brothers on the internet arguing. Make sure y'all run those likes up, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make a donation to the channel. I don't like the brothers on the internet arguing. I don't know what's going on with that. What is that about? Come on, y'all. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Why are the brothers on the internet arguing? What are we doing? What are we doing? We got Fenton in the building. We got Philadelphia in the building. Man, it's so disappointing. I try to figure out how can I talk about this without being just like them. So I ain't saying no names. Y'all can say names. I'm not saying no names because I don't want to be like them. But I do want to put the message out there to them and to the younger men, young men and boys. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. You can't get so thirsty for views that you get to doing that for views. You got to find another way to get views. You know, if I got to argue back and forth with a brother to get some views or another man, then I just ain't going to get no views. And it's just that. I don't do that. You know, I get a lot of people angry with me because I block people that insist on arguing. And I don't argue on the internet. That's just not something I ever did. I've been on this internet now. Shoot, man, I don't know, maybe 12 years. I don't even know. But I know this. I ain't never had no beef. I ain't never beefed on the internet. When I first got on the internet, man, I had been on the internet like 36 months or something. So I had got a lot of videos, so I couldn't find one of my videos. So I searched Pharaoh Said That. So my videos was popped up. And when I searched Pharaoh Said That, it was a whole bunch of other people had videos. And there was these dudes, and they was talking crazy about me. Now, I don't know who they are. I ain't done nothing to them. I don't know them from a can of paint. And I synced all these Pharaoh Said That videos. There's probably a bunch of them right now. I don't know. I ain't searched it. So it's all these dudes with this Pharaoh Said That videos. I said, who is these dudes? Who is y'all? I didn't respond. I didn't watch the videos. But they was like, Pharaoh Said That get on my nerves. Pharaoh Said That got me mad. I'm mad that Pharaoh Said That. You know, basically, if that ain't what it said, but that's what it looked like to me. To me, it looked like it said, I'm mad at Pharaoh. I don't like Pharaoh Said That. I don't like him. That's what it looked like to me. But you know, G's up and you know, H is down and B ends move around. So I didn't click on none of them. I just kept doing me. Well, a lot of them went away. Well, I had one of them hit me. He hit me up and he said, I got a good idea, man, that I want to bring on your channel. And he emailed me or something. So I emailed him back. So then he sent me his channel. I went to his channel. I'm like, this one of the haters. Bruh. I bought him on the channel too. I ain't gonna say who he was. I bought him over and let him kick what he was saying. But the whole time I was looking at him sideways. I was like, bro, I didn't even know you from a can of paint. You was like saying all kind of stuff about me. I don't know what you was saying because I never clicked on it. But you had my name in the thing, and I didn't even know you from a can of paint. Now you want to come on my channel and promote what you're trying to promote, and you want me to work with you, I'll let you come on my channel. But I ain't never coming around you. Why not coming around you? Boy, I be outside. Once the op, always the op. Boy, this the rack. But I don't hang with no ops, bruh. I ain't necessarily gonna go at you, but I ain't gonna hang like that. Once a hater, always a hater. And I got to see you later, Wally Gator, on everything I love. That hater came on my channel. I went ahead and interviewed him, but the whole time I was looking at him. Like, dude, you a hater. You a dissing me. I don't even know who you is. I don't even know you. I be having all kind. I be over here trying to kick the bobos. They be coming over here. Their name be like SpongeBob. And then they be wanting to argue. I'm like, bro, I can't argue with SpongeBob. I can't argue with Sponge. He'd be like SpongeBob 2309. You don't know what you're talking about, bro. I cannot go back and forth with SpongeBob 2809. Like I wouldn't go back and forth with you with your real name, but SpongeBob. Dude, dude, I guess I don't know what we doing, black man. So I'm on the internet, I'm watching everybody, and I'm watching certain brothers, and I'm just ranting right now because I'm irritated, right? So I'm just ranting because I'm irritated because they got my timeline messed up. Because I'm watching everything from science to eating right to whatever the rappers talk about, the young rappers, the old rappers, the Chiracians, whatever black people's on, I'm watching. So these one brothers, they beefing, so they got my timeline messed up. Because you know how it is. They thirsty for views now. So when two brothers start beefing, then all the other brothers post the beef. So you got to watch the original videos of them beefing. Then you got to watch everybody talking about the beef, putting their names in the title for views. See what I'm saying? Like I could have put brothers' names in the title, and right now it'd be 300 people over here. All I had to do was put the beefers' names in the title and pimp them and get views. That's why I don't be getting as many views as I could get, because I don't be doing that goofy. I don't do all that. I don't be trying to use nobody's name for no views. And so if I use your name, it's because I absolutely have to make my presentation. But as far as using your name to get views, I ain't really doing all that. But we're gonna talk about let more people come over here. I watched a video with I don't want to say this either who, but let's say it's a brother, he's a healer, right? And he do healing medicine. Like, right? And he was interviewed, some brothers was interviewing, and they kept snickling and giggling. I'm like, well, how you gonna interview a young, powerful brother like this, and y'all keep snickling and giggling and stuff? See what I'm saying? Y'all keep snickling and giggling and giggling and snickling. You know what I mean? They ain't the only ones, bro. It's a whole bunch of them. It's a whole bunch of them, Rob. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of them. But I don't do that. I wouldn't say who it is because I don't do that. That's like I would not do that. You know what I'm saying? Told you I got toxic masculinity. I really come from outside. I come from outside. I ain't outside no more, but that's where I used to live at. You know what I'm saying? I used to live outside. Basically, at least that's what my ex, the ex before the last ex, that's what she said. That's what she was mad because I lived outside, you know? Just me and my girlfriend, and she kept on beeping. And my girlfriends, I had some girlfriends. My wife didn't like my girlfriend. She said, they got to go to bed with us. I'm like, yes. All three of us got to go to bed. You, me, her, and her. I got to keep up with these numbers. I don't be mentioning nobody. I don't really do that. You know what I'm saying? I got toxic masculinity, Rob. I ain't hating on no brothers to do it, but I got toxic masculinity. Brothers is something, I got to really kick it with them. You know what I'm saying? I got brothers that, I talk to on the phone and we go hang out. That's how I deal with men. We either hang out or we close or we ain't nothing. I don't mention you if you ain't nothing. I only mention the ones, you know what I'm saying? My crew, the soldiers I ride with, the emperors and the kings I mess with. I mention them, but I don't be mentioning somebody I don't mess with. If I do that, I just absolutely have to if I'm over here teaching. You know, where I come from, you don't be chanting up negativity. Like if I look at you and you're a brother and I think you negative, I'm not gonna chant your name because now that's like witchcraft. Like maybe I can get into that one day. That's like you chanting negative energy. So let's say dude can't stand me, he hate me, right? And he want to put these spells on me. Not the spells like y'all know, but when people be chanting them as spells, right? Them as spells. So if dude is like 3, 4, 5 neighborhoods over, or even another city, and he's saying all this negative stuff about me, he trying to chant a spell. So he put the spell out in the world. But the spell ain't gonna do nothing but go out and sit there. That's all it's gonna do. It's gonna leave his aura. It's gonna go and it's gonna sit there. I gotta mention him for the spell to come to me. The spell can't find me. So if you out there talking bad about me, that negative energy you putting out can't find me. I gotta say your name for the negative energy to find me. It's just like if you call my phone, if I don't answer it, you can't talk to me. I gotta pick up the phone. So now if you talking bad about me, it just stays in the atmosphere unless I say your name. Now in the streets, if you're a mortal enemy and a danger to me and you saying my name, you putting my name out there, the energy's out there, you got me and you got you, and you got this energy out there of negativity towards me, but then you got a third energy on the street. It's called the police. So if I say your name, the police hear you and me, I'm putting myself in some police stuff. So now if somebody else do something to you, they still gonna come look at me because they got me on the phone saying your name. As long as I don't say your name, I can't get mixed up in whatever you doing. This is like street magic, like dark magic, y'all. This real stuff. You gotta stay in the light. So that's why I'm not saying these dudes' name, because I don't want to get into their dark energy. Energy dark. I'm not doing this to talk about this. I'm doing this to save our sons and our grandsons. Our sons and our grandsons seeing this. Seeing grown men snickling and giggling and name dropping and going back and forth like women. Like, come on, if it's a problem, handle it or be quiet. All this jaw jacking. You somewhere, Mark, I can't stand Mark. And Mark did me like this. And Mark did me like that. And Mark cheated me. And Mark did this. And Mark did that. It's like, bruh, that's not masculine. If a brother do you dirty, just cut him off. That's it. End of story. I got dudes I don't mess with, right? But we got acquaintances. I go around my acquaintances, right? They ask me, you seen Mike? I say, no. I don't say, no, I don't mess with Mike. No, Mike ain't this and that. I don't say nothing. I just say no. And then if they keep talking about this person I don't mess with, I don't say nothing. I just let the conversation fizzle out. I don't say nothing. All I say is, no, I ain't seen no. I'm not finna say, no, I ain't seen him. He ain't no good. I don't like him. I ain't saying all that. No, I ain't seen him, and that's that. No, I ain't seen him. That's that. Because I'm not giving you nothing to go back. I don't know, you might be snickling. You know? It's like these men be snickling and giggling. Now, I know I'm not a snickler, so I might be talking to a snickler. Then he gonna say, man, I talked to Ram, man. Ram said, man, you ain't nothing. See what I'm saying? I don't deal with snicklers and gicklers. I'm not feeding you nothing to go back now and tie the energy, tie my energy to this person's energy. My energy is severed from that person. I'm not gonna let you bring them up and tie my energy in. So that's why I don't like it, because it's bad for the community. Like, it's bad. If y'all don't mess with each other, you go this way, you go that way. Now it's like, I'm going to tell everything. And then the other one, I'm going to tell more. Then the other one, I'll tell everything. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell more. And now y'all snitching in front of other races, because these is black brothers, in front of young people, in front of our sons, our grandsons, teaching them that behavior. And y'all some grown men. And every one of them do it. Tell me they don't look feminine. They have feminized themselves. They voices be all high. Am I lying? They voices don't be high. They voices be high. And they be like, and then he did this, and then he did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? What? Tell me I ain't lying. Their voices don't be high. When it's all said and done, all parties involved gonna be damaged. And this is a lot of different people. This is, I know the main two right now, but it's more than that. It's more than that's a lot. I ain't gonna say everybody who it is, but it's a lot. And them ones that's doing it, them 6 to 8 that's doing it, is gonna create another 6 to 8. That's 16. Because there's brothers in different cities doing it that ain't caught no, I be watching everything, so I don't want to say. But there's brothers in different cities, and one brother keep pushing the line about this other brother. The other brother ain't responded yet, but dude just keep on. And I'm like, dude, let it go. You need views that bad when you got this other brother name in your mouth like that? It's a bunch of them doing it. That's why I ain't really saying nothing, because I'm a fair person, and I would have to name all of that, and then I would be just like them. And I'd be like Kenny doing it, and Bobby doing it, and Reggie and Jesse into it, and then Kenny and Bobby is into it. I'm not finna. I thought I got toxic masculinity. I'm not doing that. I can't do that. I ain't gonna feel right. Y'all seen Carl into it with Jesse. Y'all seen Bobby into it with Reggie. Man, I'm not finna do all that. I'm not finna do all that. I don't pay, I can't. All my energy go on tight skirts, Bobby shorts, little tank tops, all my energy goes to female. I got toxic masculinity. I don't see nothing but ladies. I don't really see dudes. That's my problem. All I see is women. Women's. That's all I see. And women keep me in line, stop me from hating. Because, can't no woman do nothing wrong. They didn't do nothing wrong. Ladies, ain't no lady. Ladies don't do nothing wrong. Yeah, they don't do nothing wrong. Ladies don't do anything wrong. Ladies are perfect. They don't do anything wrong. Not really. Not no lady, not no specific lady. I might talk about women in general need to do this and that, but specifically, oh no, she's straight. Every woman I broke up with is straight. Great. Perfect. I don't know nothing. I don't see nothing. If you want to know what happened in the relationship, go ask her. She's the chatty Patty. Her name's Patty and she chatty. I'm Pharaoh. And I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Chatty rhymes with Patty, and Pharaoh rhymes with I don't know. I don't know. How was she when you was in a relationship with her? She was great. She was the greatest, most beautiful person ever. I'm not telling you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Who is you? I'm not telling you SHIT. Oh my soul. I'm not telling you nothing. It ain't even about them. I'm not. Who is you? I'm not telling you nothing. Which is a whole nother story. Dudes, when you get with a woman, keep your mouth shut. Don't be talking about your past relationships like the women do. And then I was with Carl, then he wasn't no good. And then he be over his mama's house, and his mama run to the left, his mama run to the right. And then we had our daughter and our daughter. And he's like, you be on the phone like, they be like, well, say something. It's best I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's best. Why you so quiet? Hey, what you want me to say? You ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Talk about something. Like, give me something. Well, you want me to respond to you and Carl's breakup and y'all daughter and his mama and all that? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about like what you gonna do when I see you. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about stuff like that. You know what I mean? Play salt and pepper. Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you. And you know, and, you know what I'm saying? Let's put on Siri, play salt and pepper. Listen, babe. Listen to this song. Listen to this song. Listen to this song. Listen to this song. What's up with that conversation? What am I gonna say? Nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. You ain't recording me. Well, I'm a player from the Himalayas. I'm on the internet. Boy, I know how to play the internet. You was not going nowhere and push play and got me sloppy. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I could do a video on that. Maybe later on tonight, I'll do a video for you brothers about when you're talking to a woman. Like, don't you watch what you say. Anything you say, make sure that if she play it, you good with it. Right? Make sure it make you sound like, you know what I mean? It make you sound good. Don't say nothing that she play make you sound bad. You know, when she play it back, you need to be saying, yeah, bend over, flip it over, do all this. And then she can play that back. She can play that back when you giving orders. Yeah, you need to do this, you know. You need to do that. What you want to get on? I want to get on that thing you got. You know, you can play that back. That make me look good. You know what I'm saying? But don't be asking me stuff. I ain't answering no questions that I don't want the world to hear. But that's a whole other video for another day. But I'm not telling you nothing. Because you can tell me everything because I'm a player and I don't kiss and tell. But I don't know you. You might kiss and tell. You know what I'm saying? You could do whatever. It'll never, I don't know nothing, ain't seen nothing. I used to be a criminal, so my lips is sealed. But I don't really know you. You might got loose lips, and loose lips sink ships and mess me up so I can't get to the hips. You feel me? Loose lips sink ships, and then I can't get to the hips. You feel me? And it might mess up my chips. On my soul, it might mess up everything. So I don't know nothing. They say, well, you ain't saying nothing. Exactly. No, I'm not. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's another video for another day. But these brothers is on there, they like, and I don't like him. And then this time he did this and he did that. Then the other brother like, yeah, but I remember you did this and then I know you did that. And they just telling everything. Oh, then they turn it up. Yeah, but I seen your mother one time. And then they're like, oh, but I seen your daughter and your mother, you know. And I'm like, dang. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. Then they get around a bunch of other people that be into that. I seen dude, he said, but my house bigger than yours. I said, yeah. Oh, wow. 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 Bro, you ain't gonna never live that down. Like, bro. All right. You done got on here with these weirdos and let them make you a weirdo too, bro. You on the weirdo show. You don't know what show you on? Bro, you on the weirdo show with the weirdos. You got to be quiet on that show, bro. They weirdos. The only ones over there on something is the ladies. Hi, ladies over there at the show I'm talking about. I love y'all, but the dudes, boo. I don't like the dudes over there. I don't like the dudes over there. Pause with the dudes. The women, I don't know what's going on. Why are the women more stronger than the men in 2025? Why are the women more stronger? Name them, think about it. The women that have a beef, right? Boop, boop, and it's over. The men, boop, 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 boop. The women get into it. Girl, I can't stand you. Girl, I can't stand you either. Girl, bye. And then it's over. But the men, I can't stand you. I can't stand you. I can't stand you. Well, you didn't take care of your son, but you didn't take care of your daughter. Remember that time dude smacked you? Remember that time dude pushed you and you smushed you? And then you went right back into the song with him? And they be like, da, 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 for a long time. I'm like, dang. Pause. And I got to watch all this. And then I'm like, man, we got sons. So all the little shorties watching that. And the shorties in Chicago, they got PTSD. So they're not going to just do it like y'all doing. They're going to really come outside with them things. So you just making more violence in the community. Because the shorties ain't going to just go back and forth. They're going to turn into violence. I don't think these brothers understand that. You really promoting violence in the community. Because when the shorties do that, it's going to go somewhere. They not like y'all. Y'all older. It's going to go bad. And I'm like, don't they know this? Why is y'all got this negative behavior promoting it to these children, to our sons and our grandsons? I don't like it. I hope they see this. Because one thing, I ain't say no names, so I hope they see it. I didn't say no names. You know what I'm saying? I ain't Beyonce. So I don't say your name, say your name. I don't sing them kind of songs. I don't sing Beyonce, so I'm not finna say your name. I don't sing songs like that. I raps, I don't sing. I rap. Many men wish there for me. Blood in my eyes, dark, and I can't see. And I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be. And inward's trying to take my life away. I put all this, that type of stuff. I'm old. I like lyrics I function off of, that I could live by. You know what I'm saying? I can't live by them other lyrics. I don't know what she talking about. You know what I'm saying? All of this, boy, all over the internet. The black man looking weak, boy. And these dudes, I'm like, come on, man. It's a whole bunch of them. Everybody just know the main big two, but it's a whole bunch of them. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of them. They are over the internet. You know what I mean? It's a whole bunch of them. And they got the young people like that. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is look. You're going to see the young people like that. They can't wait to drop names. Damn, dropping names. I ain't saying no names. Y'all ain't noticed that? I ain't saying no names. You see the younger generation, they dropping names like that. After I already said, I ain't on that. That just show you see what I'm saying? Like, who would do that? I just said that's feminine, right? I said dropping all them names is feminine, right? Bam. You can't make this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? It's the last time you're going to see a bad guy like me. You know what I'm saying? When they say, there you go, take a look at the bad guy. This is the last time you're going to see a bad guy like this. I said, when I come over here, let me see who's going to be just putting all the names in there. When I try not to put the names, I said, let me see who's going to just start. I know who you're talking about. You know, I bet you do. Punk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Well, I ain't talking about nobody specifically, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying in general, you know, as in general, you know. I just said in general. It's like, I'll spill the beans though. I bet you will. That ain't these young brothers' fault. That's them old dudes, right? Them what I'm talking about. That's them just these young dudes. They love that kind of stuff. Like I don't know nothing about nobody y'all posted in here. I don't know nothing. I ain't saying nothing. No. I ain't got no conversation that can help the community with their name in there. So then I don't see where it's no benefit. I'm just talking about the point I'm trying to make. And I don't need no names to make my point that brothers need to stop doing that. My point is not who is who. My point is it needs to stop. And people want to ignore my point and still do the gossip. And I'm saying the gossip is no good. They need to stop doing it. But you can see the effects that they have to the community because people are still hell bent on doing the gossip. Just hell bent on it, which is proving my point. They are ruining the community. They making our men soft. They making our men feminine. I'm telling you. Don't no strong man gonna go type no other man's name in this chat like that. That's feminine. That's girly stuff. And I mean girly. That's not even woman stuff. That's like 8th grade high school girls, maybe sophomore, freshman, and sophomore in college girls. Girls. That's not no type of boy or man at all. That's not masculine. That is not masculine. And when you go on the internet and you see men on the internet, they feminine now. They be on there, and dude is this. I don't know. OG, you seen dude? You seen dude? You seen dude? You know what I'm saying? And so then a lot of soft people watch it. Then they get a lot of views, right? So now then it becomes what? The thing to do. Right? Then all the other content creators go talk about it. It just be a whole bunch of gossip. Now, we ain't getting no money. We ain't got no benefits in the community. We don't got no business in the community. A bunch of young black girls came up missing. Crickets. But who talking about who? Front page. Young men have been hurt all over the country. Silent. Everything of some sincerity that could benefit the black community that we should be spread. Silent. But who don't like who and who talk about who? Front page. And you know the other media is not going to do nothing for our benefit or talk about nothing for our benefit. So tell me that's not no psychological warfare where they got, especially our men, talking about nothing. While they got CNN and MSNBC and AB, you know what I'm saying? And they got us gossiping. No information about the community, no information about health, no information about our economical situation, no information about housing, and that ain't the main information. The main information with the young black man is who says something to who and who beefing with who. That's it. No money, nothing about family, nothing about economics, jobs, health, nothing like that. All nonsense, non-productive information. When somebody like me and I come with something productive like this, No views. If I came over here with their names in there, it would not be 94 people over here. If I wanted to have a lot of people over here, all I had to do was put names in the title. A lot of people don't be seeing that, the sacrifices I be making. All I had to do to blow up is to do some girly stuff and put some gossip stuff in the title. And for the gossip, everybody would have ran. When they look at the title and don't see no gossip, and it said men arguing on the internet in front of our sons, something positive to make us strong, they don't want to see that because they don't want to be strong. So now I don't want to argue with you because for one, you ain't really built like that. Because even when you got beef, you give warnings out. But real gangsters ain't give out no warnings. It's a surprise. In the real dark world, nobody not finna tell you they don't like you. In the real, when you really get on, because if you want to talk about gangster stuff in the dark world, nobody gonna tell you nothing. Nobody gonna tell you they don't like you. You're not gonna hear nothing. You ain't gonna hear nothing. You ain't gonna know you got no enemy. Nobody's gonna know what happened to you or why in the real world out here. Nobody's gonna know why something happened to you. It's not gonna be a clue when you step on the wrong feet. You are not gonna know you stepped on their feet. Because they're not interested in letting you know. They're interested in solving the problem. That's it. They don't want to talk to you. They want to solve their problem. That's it in the real world. They're not going back and forth. They're just going forth, and you ain't coming back. You're not. There's going to be no back outside. There's no back. Trust me what I'm telling you. If you didn't pay who you were supposed to pay, and they sent certain people to see you, nobody knows who it is. Nobody know you didn't pay, and nobody know you had no enemies, and nobody knows what happened to you. And the real world. So all that stuff, and it's some police stuff, because sometimes they get out of line, then they turn violent, and y'all done told on each other, all on the internet. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him. And then when something happened to him, they just come grab the other one. We know it was you. You all on the internet beefing, all in front of the police, all in front of the fans, all in front of our women. And you never think our women watching you, grown men, beef like that. What they supposed to think when they see their kings acting like princesses? How your woman gonna be proud of you? And you on the internet back and forth with some dude. Instead of y'all going about y'all business. What's gonna be the end of it? Then after y'all make all that food, either y'all gotta hate each other forever or y'all gotta kiss and make up when you could have just let it go in the first place. And then you ain't even got no content, and your whole content is about beefing. And you make the economy on the internet for black people about beefing and tribal war. So tribal war is that's our content. The only way we can make money is beefing. Then you turn around and say the gang should stop beefing. Some of the same brothers that like that beefing on the internet will turn around in one of my lives next week and say why the gang's beefing. But you was constantly posting this beef. You thought this beef was funny. I'm looking at brothers right now that's giving names, dropping names about this beef. Them same people that say that the Chicago gangs is bogus. How? They doing the same. You doing the same thing they doing. Dropping names, gossiping, all in the middle, and they just taking it there. It's the same thing. Then you want to say why they just locking in like that? They should have went this way and they should have left. All right, that's the same thing for these other dudes. Why you ain't saying that about these dudes on the internet beefing? Why you ain't saying the same thing about them that you say about the gangs? Why y'all ain't telling them to stop? So the shorties that do the same thing they do, but it turns to violence. But it's the same thing. But you want to pick and choose, and you want to get down on the gangs and say the gangs need to stop. But you ain't telling these grown-ass men that the little shorties is watching to stop. Because they influence, I'll tell them to their face. They influencing violence in the black community. Because they kitty cats, they just talking. But the shorties that do that gonna get busy. You showing the shorties to do that, but the shorties gonna do it different. The shorties gonna get busy when they do what these grown men doing. I seen some dudes go on a radio show, and the radio host was like little girls. They couldn't even control the conversation. I said, look at this here. The radio host, the woman was the strongest one there. They had a dark-skinned sister. She was the strongest one there trying to come with facts. But the three dudes, then it was another dude from the streets, and he was all irritated because he was trying to drop some real stuff around this feminine action. I've seen it. It was a total disgrace. And then the black community went crazy, and the black community just posted it everywhere. Ooh, look, they fighting. They fighting. Ooh, look. All the black content creators, they fighting. Ooh, look what he said about him. And look what he said about him. And then he said this back. And then he said that back. And I'm looking at it getting frustrated. I'm looking at it like, look at this, look at this. Now I got to come over here because it's frustrating me. And I got to talk about it in a way that ain't like they talking about it. To try to put something decent out here in the community to try to show the brothers stuff. Don't do that. Don't do what they doing. They foul. They out of line. They foul. Grown men on the internet in front of other races, black men, in front of other races behaving like that. In front of our women, in front of our children, in front of our grandchildren, in front of Europeans, in front of Hispanics, Asian, people in foreign countries. Looking at that. That's the example of you that you putting out in the world. And then somebody like me come on your show, and then you say something, and I say something, then you saying I'm too violent. I shouldn't have said that. Because I'm going to shut that down. Y'all see me, I went on, one of these black conscious shows, never went back, and they tried to play me, and what did I say? I said something out of line. And then they got quiet. Because I'm like, let's just get to the, let's just get, you know what I'm saying? Later for all that, let's just get to the, you know what I'm saying? Stop playing with me. Then they're like, oh, you didn't have to. Yes, I did. I wasn't playing. Bro, stop playing me on this internet. Let's just get to it. Oh, you don't want to get to it? Well, shut up talking to me. If you don't want to get all the way down. If you don't want to really get to it, shut up talking to me. Because I'm not doing back and forth. I'm just doing forth. The back is what you're going to be on, your back. You know what I'm saying? The back is you. I'm not with all that negative stuff. I'm not with that, so that's why I don't want to mess with nobody. It don't do us no good to get on here promoting violence, and that's all that lead to. That's why I don't talk to them, because I'm not with the violence. I keep telling them, the violence ain't no good, because I got shorties looking at me. And what these shorties going to think when they see me on there arguing back and forth with one of you brothers? Guy got to go out in the streets and tell these GDs and these BDs and them, put the guns out, really be outside. I be standing in gangs for real, strapped with the things on them. For real. And if they see me on the internet arguing, making threats, promoting violence, what's going to happen? That's why I don't promote violence. That's why I don't like the beef. I already got PTSD, so I can't beef. I get triggered. I have to be in a positive state. Like I get triggered for real. So I have to stay away from that. The only thing don't trigger me is women. A woman can do nothing to me to get me that type of angry. But a man, I can't really mess with males. I have to stay away from males unless they're real positive. If they're positive, yeah, cool. But I have to stay away from males because I get triggered around males. Ladies don't trigger me. I don't know why. I was talking to a friend about that on the phone. Like, ladies don't trigger me at all. None. I could be with a woman, be my queen. She could be mad and everything. I won't get mad too. I just be trying to calm her down. But men trigger me easy. I only like soldiers. I only like stand-up men. A man got to be stand up. I don't like men that star stuff or men that say underhanded stuff. I don't like that. I get triggered. I don't like that. Like if you're a man and you stand up, it's cool. But if you're on any type of funny stuff, I gotta go. Because I get triggered. That's what I'm saying, Robert. It's been all on the internet beefing. Like beefing in front of everybody, teaching our young people to beef, promote violence. We ain't supposed to be promoting no violence amongst each other because that's all where it's going to go to. It's going to go too far. Somebody going to see the other one, and it's going to turn physical. And if it don't turn physical, it's because one of them going to cower down, and because they chatty patties, the one that cowered down, the other one going to tell, yeah, when I seen him, he didn't even do nothing. That's what they be going to do. They going to go tell when it could be a peaceful situation, they going to say you a punk, that you weren't standing on business and all that. And kind of talking about we ain't standing on business, and the whole black men ain't standing on no business. Why y'all using the word business? You using violence as business, but ain't using business as business. Talk about you standing on business. What's the name of your business? Why y'all using the word business? Something you ain't standing on. Black man, you ain't standing on no business. You don't have a car. You don't have your own phone. You don't have nothing. Not really. You got little trinkets, but you ain't no boss out here in the world. You ain't like the Chinese. You ain't like the Japanese. You ain't like the Europeans. You don't got nothing. You have to go up under another race to get something and then brag you got something, but they the owners of what you got. You don't own nothing. From the rooter to the tutor. Talking about you standing on business. I had to tell some shorties that the other day. They talking about, Pharaoh, we standing on business. I was like, what's the name of the business? Like, he talking about, what you mean? What's the name of your business? You say you standing on business. You're like, dang, oh, gee, I ain't think about it like that. Well, think about it like that. Bro, you standing on this sidewalk outside with nothing. Okay? 6 or 7 you little brothers, y'all could really start a real business. Why y'all out here gangbanging? Y'all could put $200, $300, $400, $500 a piece together and really make some money out here and be really standing on business. So it's the same thing they doing with the illegal substances. You could do legal. You could do the same thing that they out here doing illegally. You could be doing legally, but you got to get along. You got to get along. You can't make no money if you don't get along. What's up, Big Z, man? The only way you can make money, you got to get along. You can't be confrontational. This is a bad habit. You never see me confrontational on no brother's channel. You'll never see me trying to check a brother in front of their audience. You will never see what people come over here and do to me. You will never see me do that because that's disrespect. If a brother go live and he got an audience, I'm not going to go in front of that brother's audience and try to check that brother in front of his audience. That's not gangster. That's not righteous. That ain't no king move like that. If I see you on the live and you putting out some information and it bothers me that bad, I'm going to go to your Instagram and DM you. I'm going to give you my phone number. I'm going to tell you to call me. I'll be like, what up, bro? Why you say all that stuff? And that's just between you and me. And I'm not going to tell nobody I talk to you. And I'm going to be respectful. But I'm not going to get in front of your audience and try to check you or try to straighten you out when you're talking to your subscribers, your people. That's disrespectful. Because I have people come over here all the time talking about why I don't want to hear what you got to say. Because you a baby and you ain't about no business and you don't know how to do that like a G. You're doing it like a hater. Do not come in here in front of my audience trying to tell me nothing, because then I'm going to try to see if you got an audience. I'm going to check your business and say, what's the name of your account? What you standing on? What is you doing? Well, go get you an account and stand on something. If you want to go toe-to-toe with me, then you got to really go toe-to-toe. You got to go get some subscribers. You can't go fake toe-to-toe. And you brothers be trying to go fake toe-to-toe, ain't building nothing, and try to go at somebody that's building something. And you think I'm going to ignore that you ain't on nothing and talk about what you want to talk about. No, I'm going to talk about that you ain't got no real picture in your thing. You ain't standing on nothing, and you're a fraud. And that what you trying to tell me, you ain't standing on that. And you can't show me nowhere on your social media where you've been pushing what you're trying to push to me in front of my audience. You're a fraud. Because if you really was standing on that, show me a video where you were standing on that. Don't show me you standing on something in front of me, in front of people I'm talking to, when in real life you ain't on that. You not on that. I'm on all this over here. I'm on what I'm on. You not on nothing. So don't you ever in your life try to act like you match me, because you don't. So there's nothing to talk about. Go get you some business. Go get you some business. Don't come over here with no little circle and it ain't your real name or nothing. That's cool if you watching, but don't come like you got some knowledge if you ain't got no knowledge. You don't got no knowledge. And face to face with some money up and an audience, I would take your money. I would take your money. Because you want to argue with me without no judges. Let's get some judges. If you really believe what you're saying, put up 2,000. You put up 2,000, I put up 2,000. Because one thing about me, if you're right, I'm not going to debate you. I'm not going to debate you if we're saying the same thing. But if you don't know what you're talking about, I will take your money. And I've been doing that since a shorty. Anytime I knew something, and I know they didn't know, I bet. Bet $20. And they bet 20, I go, sure, boom, give me my money. I've been doing that before I was kicking knowledge. When I see somebody argue with me about something and they don't know what they talking about, put money up. That's why they call me what? Stu what? Gambling. Bet on it. Put your money where your mouth at. If you really believe this, bet 100. They're like, yeah, well, shut up. Put up 100, well, shut up. Because I'm not going to prove it to you for free. But if you put up $100, I'll prove it to you. Put up 100. But I'm not arguing with Zebra 0500 over here with no bootleg name, ain't standing on nothing. You want to get up here and throw my thing off. And this is what these brothers is teaching. A whole bunch of arguing back and forth. They can't even show us no conflict resolution where they was in front of the community and got together and made something happen. Think about it. On the other hand, the two main ones doing the most, tell me they couldn't have got in front of the community and they could have made something happen. They could have got in front of the community and say, you know what? Let's do this. They could have did something in front of the community. And they could have told the young shorty, this is how men handle their differences. We work it out and we get together and we do something in front of the community. Now, they want to argue, they want to fight, they want to sue each other. And while they the big fish arguing, it's a whole bunch of little guppies and little goldfish arguing. It's a whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of them. A bunch of men arguing on the internet. Show me where that's gangster or that's a king move. Tell me what I'm missing. All in front of our sons and our grandsons. And my sons is grown, but they at that age where they still impressionable. So they seeing this. So they thinking this is the way to go. This is what they teaching my sons. This is what they teaching my sons. I can speak for myself. My sons is watching that. And then my daughters is watching that. And that's the impression they getting of men, businessmen, black ones. This is what you teaching our children, our young adults, our babies. This is what you teaching them. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I had to go vent. This ain't nothing to really teach y'all. I'm just venting because I'm pissed. I don't like it. I ain't telling y'all no lie. I am pissed over that. I do not like that. I don't like that. And this the type of situation where I don't be calling up and really flexing my power. But I swear to God, if one of them was coming to Chicago to now, I'll pull up. Not on no violence, but I'll pull up and say, dude, you out of line. What is wrong with you? Fix it. I will pull up on everything. I make the calls to the dons in the city. Hey, dude coming. Who throwing that show? Oh yeah. Give me some backstage passes. Where Big Reggie and them at? Boom, boom. I make the call, get my little squad, and we'll go and we'll pull up on you. Say, dude, you gotta stop doing this in front of the community. No matter who I gotta bring with me. I ain't gonna say no names, but y'all know this city. Y'all know we got things in this city and we got bosses in this city that got whole organizations in this city. And y'all know it'll be some power behind that. And it'll be something powerful. It'll be something positive. It wouldn't be like I'm threatening them. I'll just be telling them, bro, you out of line. And you a baby too. Because them little babies to me, even the oldest one, he a baby. I remember when he got in the gang. He said, I got an anger management problem. How do I fix it? You fix your anger management problem from staying away from people. Because you're only going to get angry if you're around people. So stay away from people. And you ain't gotta manage your anger. Stay away from people, and you ain't gotta manage your anger, and stay out of jail. Think about the police. At the end of the day, do you want to go to jail? Do you want to go to prison? This is how we control it. So you're like, I'm not going to prison arguing with you. You know what I'm saying, Sir Drop? It's like, bruh, I'm not, because you know, if you got anger management problem, you're going to get so mad. And where it's going to lead if you get really mad? It's going to lead to something that could get you locked up. So if it's like this, Sir Drop, if it's A, B, C, and D is prison, then I don't want C, but I can't avoid C if I got B, and I can't avoid B if I got A. So I'm not doing A. I'm not even doing A because I already know where it's going to go. It's going to go A, B, C, D, and I'm going to go to prison. So I'm not even doing A. So what you do is you get mad to yourself and you get away from them. This is how you control anger management. Man, get away from them. That's how you use your anger. Use your anger to be separated and to stay out of jail. That's how you use it. Stay away from them. Like, man, I can't go around this. They ain't going to do nothing but get me mad, and I'm going to go to jail. So now everything you do, you're thinking about how you going to end up in prison, right? So for the young brothers watching me, this is what you do. In order to keep a cool head, you think about two people. There's two people you have to think about, to the young brothers and the older brothers. You got to think about the state's attorney and the judge. Think about sitting right here with that judge right there and that state's attorney right there. Real people know I've been there. Think about sitting in that chair and the judge finna read your sentence. Guilty or not guilty. If he say guilty, everything is gone. Whatever, you gone. You gone. Not only do we say guilty or not guilty, if he say guilty, you got to come back for sentencing. So you got to have two judgment days. The first judgment day is you guilty? The second judgment is how guilty? Are you going to get probation? Are you going to get 5 years? Are you going to get 20 years? Are you going to get life? And that'll make you sit down. Then you say, my anger is not worth, I'm not doing that. So you have to become halfway antisocial. What does that mean? You don't socialize. In order for me to socialize, all the checks got to check out that this is a decent crowd. So that's why when I'm with a queen, I don't want to meet your mom and daddy. I don't want to go around family functions. I don't want to do that. I want to go places with you where nobody's there that we know. Let's go to a concert. Let's go to dinner. Let's go somewhere where it's just me and you. Do not take me into no crowd of hostility where you don't like your mama and your brother that always running this. No, don't take me into your negative. I don't want to meet your friends and all that. So you still socialize, but you got to socialize at places where nobody know you. So if a queen want to be with me and she always got to be around her sisters and all that, and I got to meet your friend like I just met you, and you already trying to introduce me to some bozo chick, boy, this not going to happen. I don't want to meet her. I don't want to meet your girl. Okay? So I don't know why you trying to get me to meet your girl, because if I liked your girl and I got with your girl, we sure wouldn't come to see you. So the only people I'm willing to tolerate is your mama and your daddy. Maybe a brother and a sister if they know how to mind their own business. Okay? I did not meet you and said, oh, I like her. I can't wait to be with her and her mama and her daddy and everybody. That's not how I liked you. That's it. And I like to go places. I don't like to go in crowds of people I know. The only way I'm willing to go in a crowd I know is at a family reunion. because family reunions be positive. But other than that, I don't want to go into no gossiping crowd or no people. And it's always a failure. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to go into no, I don't want to do that. Because it's always negative. It's never positive. It's always negative. It's too intruding on your life. People are, I don't want nobody to know nothing about me. Like if I'm with a woman, I'm willing for her to know about me, but I don't want your mama to know nothing about me and nobody. I'm not dating your mama. I'm not dating your sister. I'm not dating your best friend. I just want to get with you. That's why what you do. You get with a woman, and what y'all do, y'all have children. Y'all build y'all own what? Tribe. That's why you have children. So when my daddy got with my mama, they had me and my sister, and we was our own tribe. There was not no people in our house. My daddy's favorite brother, my Uncle Oscar, would come to our house maybe once a year, and we would go to their house once a year. My parents did not have nobody in our house. When my auntie came up here, she stayed with us because she came from Alabama and got on her feet and got her own place. And when she came up here, she stayed in the room and fell asleep with a cigarette, and my daddy and mama had to get her out. She could have burnt the whole house down. But she was a nice lady, but she had to get her own. We did not grow up with nobody all up in our house. And listen, if you're in a relationship and they got a lot of people in their house, never date or marry nobody like that. Never. Never date or marry nobody that's got a whole bunch of people attached to them. Because that relationship is going to be the only way, especially if you're a man, you're going to have to be a slave. You're going to have to be like beat down, you're going to have to be beat down like what they call henpecked. She's going to be done took all the life out of you. And you're just going to be like, okay, honey, okay. That's what you're going to be. That's what you're going to be. You ain't going to be no man. You ain't got no relationship. You done married into something else. You understand? This is my family, and this is the only family I knew. Me, my father, my mother, and my sister. And we did everything together. My grandma would come down and stay. She was a beautiful lady, was beautiful. But it wasn't a whole bunch of extended. It wasn't nobody in our house. The only people that had people in the house was me. I'm the only people that had people in that house. When I got a certain age, 4th grade, 5th grade, my dad, my mom would let my friends come in the basement, and we've been out there playing ping pong and pool and stuff like that. But as far as up in our house, that was in the basement. They could not be up in our house where we lived at. The basement was like the recreational area. You come in the side door and go down in the basement. They couldn't be in our kitchen and our living room and all that. Hell no. 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 You understand? And when you're a man, you don't do no arguing, you don't do no debating or nothing like that. You're trying to stay free. You're not trying to irritate yourself. A bunch of arguing and debating and stuff will give you a stroke early, will give you a heart attack early. All you're doing is ruining yourself. You're going to be having headaches, migraines, and all that. You want to live a peaceful life. So if you're around somebody that brings happiness, cool. But if you're around somebody, every time you look up, it's irritation. You got to stay away from them. Why you keep going around somebody that's irritating you? You don't put young black men or young men in general, you don't put no beef on the internet. You don't put none of your information in public. You don't do no talking to nobody about nothing that happens in your house. You don't tell nobody about your woman, not your mama, not your daddy, not your sister, nobody. The only person that should be talking is the woman. The woman is a woman, so you can't make her try to be a man. So she gonna be emotional and she gonna talk. Let her talk. Don't you talk. Don't you talk. So if a woman right now, when I drop my book, and now I'm selling books and everybody see me all over the world, and a woman come out and start saying, Pharaoh did this and Pharaoh did that and Pharaoh wasn't this and Pharaoh wasn't that. I'm gonna go somewhere they're gonna interview. They're gonna say your ex-wife said that you was this and you was that and do was this. What do you got to say? I'm like, I don't got nothing to say. What do you got to say? I don't got nothing to say. They say, well, what happened in your relationship? I'm gonna say, I messed up every relationship that went bad, I did it. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say every relationship I went, everyone went bad was because of me. Like a G. Why? Cause my job is to make sure you don't ask me no more questions. So I'm gonna tell you something so you don't ask me nothing else. What's the best way to get you not to ask nothing else? Tell you everything happened was my fault. They said, well, can you go into details? I don't kiss and tell. I don't kiss and tell. And I run with that. Go back and ask her. Go ask her. At the end of the day, everything said got to say she said it. You can't have nothing to say I said it. It's got to be on record. He never said nothing. He didn't say that. I don't think he gave a damn because I don't. Okay, I'm not saying nothing, and I'm always protect any woman I've been with. So any woman I've been with, I'm gonna protect them, whether it worked out or not. I'm gonna protect any woman I've been with. So any woman I've been, I'm never gonna say they did nothing wrong because I'm a man and they women. So I'm not. She did this and that's too feminine for me to say she did this and she did that. Oh, I got toxic masculinity. I did. I messed everything up. I ain't gonna go into details, but yeah, every relationship was because of me. Did they do anything wrong? No, never. They was perfect. Yeah, they was great. They was angels. Plus, if you're a G, you know, you don't never close no doors. You can hit that again. That's a whole nother story. Like where the players at? I ain't no player, but I play sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna shut out no opportunities. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You always gotta keep doors open. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't broke up with women before bad breakups and then hit it again. And then I got women I broke up with a long time ago that love me now and they love me now and they would get with me now. I just don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So no, they was great. They was the greatest ever. I'm not telling you nothing. What? I'm not telling you the truth. Like I'm not telling you. Who are you? I'm not telling you nothing. Like my book, I'm only telling all my side. I ain't telling none of the women's nothing. That's why it's taking me a long time to orchestrate my book, because it's all just from me. I'm not telling none of their business in my book. I'm just telling my business. It's my book. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to tell their business in my book. I'm going to protect their privacy. I'm a man. I'm never finna be crying about no telling on no woman. I'm a man. I got toxic masculinity. I'm not telling on no women, period. They didn't do nothing. I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. They was perfect. It's angels. It's beautiful. It's the greatest. If you ask me, what? I'm not telling on no woman. That's feminine. Women might go tell on me. They might tell their mom or their sister or whatever. I'm not telling my cousin or no men I know nothing. I'm not telling you nothing. I got toxic masculinity. I ain't never been with a bad woman. They was all the best ever. If you let me tell it. I'm not telling on no woman. Now, I'll talk in general, but when I'm talking in general, you don't know if that's from my relationships or somebody else's relationship. You know, because when we men, we see relationships too. We see our uncles' relation. You know, we see our aunties. We see stuff. So I can still talk on relationships, but I'll never. It'll never be personally me. That's a fact because we're not supposed to do that. We're supposed to keep. We're supposed to be strong in front of our sons. We're supposed to teach our sons how to be men. We're not women. You cannot be a protector. You cannot be a soldier and be emotional. You know, I had a woman and she was asking me about that. She was like asking me about men crying. And she said, can men cry? Can men this? And I had to break it down to her. I said, listen, babe, if me and you in a house and two men with weapons kick the door open and I gotta grab a weapon and go defend us, do you want me to be a dude that cry or do you want me to be a soldier? She said, I ain't think about it like that. Well, think about it like that. Do you want me to be a crying, weak wimp, or do you want me to go defend the fort? You want me to have any type of softness. Because because what they don't tell you about men is here to put their life on the line to save the family. This is not no joke being no man. But because y'all live in houses and y'all ain't really have other tribes trying to conquer you like it used to be, because it used to be we in a fort, we got a tribe, and we got security, and they got a tribe, and they're an enemy. So men used to have to always be prepared for the enemy. It could never be no cry emotional dude when you got to go to war. Those two don't mix together. But now because men been in homes and you ain't had to defend your wife and your children, now you're a crybaby. You're a gossiper because you ain't got to defend nothing. So you soft. And you let women tell you it's all right to have a soft spot. She gonna tell you it's all right to have a soft spot until it's smoke. I bet she ain't gonna want you to have no small soft spot when you gotta save her life. Facts. So you gotta be a man. You gotta be treated first. When I grew up, we used to go to family functions. My auntie, all my uncles and aunties with their wives. There's never no single people. That's another thing. Never no single, only married couples. When they would have banquets and Thanksgiving, there's no singles. Only married couples. The women would prepare the food. The children would be maybe downstairs in another room, but a lot of times in the basement, because most people had basements in Chicago. The men be in the living room talking, and the women be preparing the food. When the women get the food ready, the first people they feed is the men. After they give the men their plate, they give the women they give the children their plate. And then the women would set their plates last and they would eat last. Then when it was done, they would go clean up behind the children, clean up behind the men, clean up their stuff, and then the function would continue. And I tell women all the time, listen, baby, while the boat is floating, it's all when the boat is sinking. If I'm on the boat with my wife and my children, and the boat sink, and we got lifeboats, what I'm supposed to do? If they always say women and children first. So if the boat is sinking, I'm gonna save my wife, I'm gonna save the children. The wife and the children getting on the boat, and then if I could get on there, I'm gonna get on there last. If I lose my life, then so be it. But it's women and children first when the boat is sinking. So I'll tell any woman, baby, when the house on fire or when the boat is sinking, it's women and children first. But when the house ain't on fire and the boat is floating, it's me first. I'm not going to be last when it's sinking and last when it's floating. I'm not going to be last all the time. A woman got to make her man up. I'm going to be first when the boat's sinking, when the boat is floating. When everything is all right, I'm first before anybody. Period. No negotiations. When everything is all right, I'm first. The children is second, and then you. Period. Period. Can't have it no other way. I had a woman want to argue and stuff. I ain't gonna say who it is. See what I'm doing? You can't say, oh, he said you, he said that. See, I do it in general. Arguing and stuff. Kind of cocky. After her being cocky and all that, which was cute, it was sexy, but she got to learn. So that same night, we laying down. She's like, Ramesses. I'm like, what? She's like, I think I hear something downstairs. I think I hear somebody downstairs. I said, go down there and see who it is. I said, go down there and see who it is. Men don't carry no seed of life because without a man and a woman, you can't have the seed ain't no good. A seed ain't no good without some dirt to plant it in. So men and women is equal when it comes to having babies. Men are only superior when it comes to self-defense and protection. But when it comes to having babies, they totally equal. Because if you got a seed and you ain't got nothing but concrete, you can't grow nothing. You got to have dirt. It ain't honor because I'm not putting my life on the line. If you breaking into my house and my wife is there, it's two things happening. If you break in the house, you putting your life on the line because I'm going to knock your stuff out your head. So me putting my life on the line is always second. I'm not going to put my life on the line. I'm going to unalive the intruder. So let's get that part straight. That's why she got to respect me because I'm not going to put my life on the line. I'm going to knock noodles out of whoever came in this house. That's the first thing. Let's get that part straight. Because you can't be strong on the woman and then be weak nowhere else. No, I don't put my life on the line. I flatline the ops. So I'm not going to put my life on the line. I'm going to stand on business. I'm not going down to put my life on the line. I'm going down here to do you dirty. What? I'm coming back. I'll be right back. Shh, be quiet. Get down. Let me go do what I gotta do. So I don't look at it like I got to go out here and put my life on the line. Although indirectly I'm putting my life on the line. But the point is I'm the one going to do this and you don't have to. So now when you cook, why should I have to go fix a plate? Because one time, me running up on the intruder, the value of that is a lifetime. That value is a lifetime. That can happen at any time. So my daddy was always security. Other than times for security, my mama ran everything. My mama dealt with the kids. My mama get his clothes. My mama ran the house. Daddy only activated on the gorilla stuff. Getting a saw and cutting down, trimming bushes, cutting grass, shoveling snow, like the rough stuff. That's all daddy was the master of the rough stuff. Everything else, mama ran the house. She did all the lady stuff. Daddy don't want to run no house. When they say the man run the house, that's feminine. Men don't run no house. Men just sit in the house and chill. Ain't no man run no house. Ain't no man trying to tell no kids. That's what their mama for. Mommy do all that. Men don't run no house. Men don't decorate no house. We don't care what color this house is. She say, what we go to the carpet store, she pick out the carpet. I ain't picking out no carpet. I'm not picking out no car. I don't care nothing about no carpet. I'm a gorilla. I'm a lion. I don't care about carpet. I don't care what color it's painted. I'm a moron. You know what I'm saying? I don't do colors and all that. I don't care what color this stuff is. I'm a moron. I don't care what kind of couch she pick. I'm gonna sit on it. I don't care. Whatever you like, babe, get it. I'm a moron. If I live by myself, I might not even have a couch. That might be a pull-out bed on myself. So the woman do all that. I want this to be blue and all that. You just there. Watch it. Yeah, okay. That probably sound all right. What you think? I don't know. You like it? You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever been shopping with her? And she picking all this stuff. She asks you what you think. You don't think. You don't care. When they built the malls, right? This is real history. When they built the malls was built and they had benches and they had places to get food. You know what the benches and the food places was for? That was for the husbands. Daddy go sit on one of them benches or go get him some popcorn or something. Mama the one running around through there. My daddy didn't buy no clothes. My mama bought all his clothes. My daddy didn't buy no clothes. His wife bought his clothes. And if she buys something he didn't like, he gonna throw it in the back of the closet. So now she know what he like, and she buy what she know he gonna wear. My daddy didn't do no shopping. Jeezy did the shopping every day at the mall. That's what I'm saying. The new generation. Well, you got young black men with shopping bags. We don't shop. Now we'll go to the store, but we don't shop. I don't shop. Men don't shop. Not masculine men, we don't shop. They say, well, Pharaoh, if you said you go to buy something, I don't shop though. Like if I got this jacket, I need a black baseball cap. I'm not shopping. My mama's women's shopping browse. No, black baseball cap. I walk into the hat place. You got a black baseball cap? No. Okay, I'm gone. They hate men because they say, may I help you? No, not really. They don't never help us. They'll never help us in the mall. May I help you? No. Okay. Yeah, am I lying, man? When we go in the mall and the lady or the dude come on, may I help you? No. I got this. Then you gonna say, you got these in the 10. You can't help us until we ask you. You got these in the 10 and a half. You got these in the 11. You cannot help us until we ask you, do you got these right here? We good. Am I lying, men? Am I lying? When the first time they help us is when we ask them, do they got it in our size? We do not let them walk us around in there. So a lot of times we walk in there and look, I'm looking for army green sneakers. I look, they say, may I help you? No, I don't see no army green sneakers. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm going to keep going until I find these. Then when I find these, then do you got these in the 11? If I don't see the color I'm looking for, no, you can't help me, okay? I can see, and I see you don't got what I want. Now, my woman, she picking up everything in there. That's why, well, she picking up everything. She trying to get some pink sneakers. She done went in there. She done seen some little girl shoes. Now she's looking at shoes for the daughter, your daughter. Ooh, I could get this. These is cute. These is cute. So she might leave there with her sneakers, your daughter's sneakers, your son's sneakers. She's shopping. Okay. Women's shops. Okay. For real. Men, we don't shop. We just go get what we want. We don't, you know what I'm saying? I need a red Kango. It's simple. I need a red hat. I need the red to match this red. And I'll take my tie with me. You got a red hat like they give to me? Nah, this ain't the one. This tomato red. Okay. All right, thanks. And after we go to a few stores, they can't find it. Well, what else? Okay, I can wear a black one with it in my black slacks. You got a black one? All right, I'm good. How much? And I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. We only looking for something specific. We don't. They make their money off of women. Women look picking up stuff on the rack. I never picked up nothing on the rack. The only way I'm gonna pick up something on the rack, I see something that go with all my other stuff or something that catch my eye. Like, oh, look at that right there. I might grab it. We don't do shopping. We don't do gossip. When you come home and somebody on the phone talking about work, it's your mama. You ain't never seen your daddy on the phone. Yeah, Jacob. You never seen your daddy at the phone gossiping about what happened at the job. The only people I ever seen do that is my wife and women I dated. They was the only ones be on the phone. Yeah, girl. And you know they let Clarissa go. Yeah, they let her go. Yeah. She told me that she thought they was gonna let her go. I could do it. I didn't heard it so many times. I could do a black woman good. Yeah, they told her they was gonna let her go. They're gonna let Mark go too. Because he don't get along with Sharon. I can't stand Sharon. So we don't do all that. Don't come on, get on no phone calling. What up? What up? What up, Robert? Man, Karen, get on my nerve down there. Bob too. Bob, get on my nerve, man. Bob down there. We don't do that. It's a difference between men and women. But we probably gonna end up doing it the way these men is on social media now. They telling everything. And then that time we went to the rap show. Remember we went to the rap show? And then he was there. And then he was mad. And then they got to fighting over that girl. And they were sleeping with old dude's girl. And I'm like, dang, oh, wow. And they just on there, I'm like, what this? You know what I'm saying? The main one talk about a chatty patty is a patty and then a chatty. And I'm like, dang, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no chatty patty. You a double cheeseburger. You you ain't one patty. You know what I'm saying? You two or three. You a Wendy's triple patty. What? I'm just looking like, bruh. They went to the radio station. They had a gangster there. He was so uncomfortable. He tried to talk gangster stuff, but they was kept going. I seen his face like, Lord have mercy. Y'all soft and dude that came with his soft. That was a scene right there. They had a gangster at the radio station. He was really that. He was really from outside. He was very uncomfortable with all of them. But he stayed loyal to his man, but he didn't really like the way his man was moving. I said, look at this, man. That gangster was in there. He wasn't with all that. He just wanted to talk about what he doing for the children and stuff. And what he was doing with his wife, his situation with his wife. He was keeping it 100. He was really a man. And he was in there with all that, man. Now, that was funny. I said, man, he uncomfortable. Bro was so uncomfortable. I know he went home and said, man, dude had me down there on that weirdo stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, why you got dude down here in that weirdo stuff? That dude was so hyped up, he kept interrupting that dude. I said, bro, he should have put on some boxes, bro. I know you put on women's underwear before you came in here, did you? It was 3 dudes in there with women's underwear and 1 man. And then the queen, the queen, they said we shouldn't call y'all queens because it's derogatory. So we'll say the empress. The empress was there. She was like, yeah, I got the facts though. Bop, 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 bop. And bop, 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 the facts. She was more masculine than the 3 dudes. The empresses, they be on something. I don't know what's wrong with the men. The men got to change, man. We got to, come on, man, what we doing? We doing all that in front of our sons, our grandsons, poor babies. Imagine they see that. And our sons and grandsons that's in the rap, they already feminine. This ain't helping them none. They already feminine. They already got their hair did and title clothes on, and they're already, demasculating the shorties. It's sad. You know what I mean? Whatever you do, don't buy into it. Don't make no comments on none of that stuff. It's all right, you can watch it, but don't you let them suck you into that behavior. And if you watching that and your son come in the house and you tell him, come here, say, look at this. Boy, don't you do like them. Look how they acting. You teach them early. You it's a brainwashing. You can brainwash them to be negative, or you can brainwash them to be positive. You can program your son to be negative, or you can program them to be positive. It's still programming. And you want to program them in a positive way. So I don't got no little sons now, but if my grandson was here, PJ, I'll turn that on and say, PJ, look at these punks. Straight up. I'll make PJ watch it now, talk about them the whole time. I'll be like, they soft, ain't they? He'd be like, yeah. And I'll put that in his man that they kitty cats. I would make my grandson watch it. I'll talk about him like a dog while he watch it. Look at him. You don't even do that, do you? I'd be like, psycho, no, I don't do that. Don't you ever do that. They soft. Granddaddy will smack them. You know that, right? Granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? I tell him what I'll do to him, stuff I can't say on social media. I'll be the did this to do, playing with me like that. I would have been knocked them down, wouldn't I? On myself. I teach my grandson, boy, don't you be like them. That's all over the internet. Well, we got like drill rappers that dress like girls. Y'all notice that? We got drill rappers that's violent, but like girls though. They doing their nails. It's the weirdest thing. They super violent, very emotional. And they rap like girls and they look like girls and they move just like girls. They wear their clothes like girls and everything. It's like the weirdest thing. I don't know. I don't really say no names. You know what I'm saying? Baby Lane, I ain't saying no names in this because that's their problem. They name dropping. I'm just trying to put the point out there. I ain't trying to say no names. I don't want nobody to come and say, I said nobody name. I didn't say not one person name. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the incident and the behavior. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about their behavior because the behavior is everywhere. If I talk about them, I won't teach nothing. But I'm talking about the behavior so that you can see the others that's doing that same behavior. That's the point I'm trying to push out, the behavior. Because there's some dudes at the top, but like I say, it's about 8 to 12 of them. So if I said names, I would be saying the names of the main ones at the top, but it's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of them doing it in various cities. I don't want to say the cities because then people know what I'm talking about, or maybe I'm watching more than y'all watching, but it's different cities doing it, doing the same thing. It's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of men on social media acting like females, a lot of them, talking about each other constantly, making videos about the other dude. They've been doing that now for like the last 36 months. It's just got to the point where like some of the really big famous ones is doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm talking about it, because it's like some big names, like some people that made a lot of money in the game is doing it. And it's just like, it's sad. I'll be honest with you. It's sad. And then with social media now and with them monetizing, People is monetizing off of it. So that's what's making it worse because people is monetizing. So if let's say two dudes do that, what I could do is take their names. I could have put their names in this live and I could have got 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 views. Commercials gonna run and I'm gonna get a check off of it. So that's what's making it worse because now they're monetizing the feminine behavior. That's what's making it worse. See, if they couldn't make no money, everybody wouldn't talk about it. But now that they can make money, see, they can make money. I'm telling you, because you're going to be in the algorithm. So if I put their names in the title, see, by no names in the title, I'm sacrificing. Listen, this is if you want to be a content creator, that's knowledge for you. You want to be a content creator. Every time they watch your video, commercials run, and that's how you get paid. So the more people watch, the more the commercial run, and the more money you make. You understand? So when y'all over here, y'all see commercials running, right? So some people do anything to make money. I can't hate on them. So if I wanted to make a lot of money, I would just everything happen. I would come over here and say it. I would have everybody name NBA Youngboy, Lil Durk, so and so, and everything they do, I put their name in there, talk about it, boom, and I'm gonna make a lot of money. I'm gonna get a lot of views. I'm not gonna do it's not gonna benefit the community, but I'll make a lot of money by gossiping and putting all these names in the title. And so every time you go to anything got their name, my video gonna show up. Now, when you go to these people's name, my video not gonna show up. My video not gonna show up when you go. They click on any of them dudes' names, man, not gonna show up. Man, not gonna show up. Yeah, because they changed the way they do the commercials, Goshen, and they running them like every 30 minutes now. Then I could go and make it like I could go and reset it, but it take forever. You got to go in there. You got to reset it when you want it to show and all that. It take too long. And I be rushing doing other stuff and trying to go live. I ain't got time to go in there and place them. They want you to place them where, I can't got time to be doing that. They want you to place them where they go. So after this is over, I can go back and I got to go pull up the video and I got to drag a commercial here, drag a commercial. I can't be doing that. But people that make pre videos can. If it's pre-recorded, you can. Because you know, you can write down where you want it at. And when you get finished, you already know. Drag it to 518, drag it to, but when you doing like this, I would have to watch this all the way back, find the spots. Man, I can't do all that. Just let it play and skip it. You know what I'm saying? That's too much work. Like, that's too much work. I'm going to be making too much content. I'm going to be making a lot of content. But my content, I can't make as much content as everybody else because everybody else gossiping. And I'll be trying to find an angle to my conversation. So it's harder for me to make content because I'm looking for something interesting. I'm looking for an angle. Like, this is an angle. I took what was going on and I talked about something else. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about their responsibility and how it all looked to me and what it's doing to the young generation. I'm not talking about the situation. I'm talking about the effects of this situation. So that's why I ain't saying no names. You understand? But they out of line. But and they not raised by men, and also it's money involved now, Jazzy. It's money, and they know that. They ain't stupid. They know that. They know when they say somebody's name, they get money. If you troll now, you make money. They ain't just doing it just because they feminine. They doing it for the money. Trust me what I'm telling you. These is businessmen. They not just doing it because they feminine. They are selling out for the money, for the views. They not dumb. They doing it for the views. Trust me what I'm telling you. They not even as angry as y'all think. They not angry like that. They not angry at each other like that. They saying each other's name for the views. It's for the money. And if they ain't standing on no morals, they trying to get money, fine. You know what I'm saying? If that's what they trying to do. But to me, it's detrimental the way they doing it. I could see they could still have each other's names and the titles, but what they saying once the video go, I just don't agree with it. It's too feminine. And we're gonna lose on the back end. We're gonna lose on the back end. And pretty soon people gonna stop clicking on them type of videos. And you're gonna have to come with some real content. Because it's gonna get like, after a while, it's gonna be like, okay, that's another video with somebody talking about somebody. And it's gonna play out. Because we got certain content creators. I respect they hustle and they get up early in the morning and they make videos every hour with somebody's name in it. And the video run like 30 minutes. They hit, quit. I like they hustle. I ain't gonna get it wrong. But the reason I respect them, because they not pushing that gangster persona. They just content creators. But certain dudes been pushing that gangster persona. I get money. I'm super masculine. Them the ones confusing me. Them the ones that's confusing me. The ones that just content creators, they don't bother me. Like Flacco. I'll say his name. Flacco don't bother me. That's what Flacco do. He tell everything. Cool. I've messed with Poetic Flacco. That's his lane. He not no gangster. He not no boss. He not, you know what I'm saying? So that's cool. I watch him. That's how I find out what's going on. I'm talking about these dudes that's calling other people names. They so tough. They so hardcore. They big time dons. They, been rapping all this gangster rap. Them the ones I'm like, what is you doing?